20. So page 20, let's do some more examples. 5 divided by 2/3. Okay, so 5 is a whole number. We can rewrite that as 5/1. Instead of dividing by 2/3, I can multiply by its reciprocal. And 2/3 reciprocal would be 3/2. And now we have our multiplication sentence set up. Simplify and multiply. I can't really simplify. Those are pretty small numbers. So I'm ready to multiply across. 5 times 3 is 15. 1 times 2 is 2. And this is improper, so this is where we take our 15 and we divide by 2. 2 goes into 15 7 whole times. That gives me 14, and when I subtract, I get 1. 1's my remainder, so I would make a fraction. 1 on the top over what I'm dividing by, 2. 7 1/2. So solving that problem, 5 divided by 2/3 is 7 1/2. Let's draw a line and do another example. So this was a whole number divided by a fraction. What if I give you a fraction divided by a fraction? So the example is 1/2 divided by 1/4. The question I'd be asking here would be like, how many 1/4 pieces are in 1/2? And some of you can see that and know that. So 1/2 is going to stay the same. That's 1/2. Instead of dividing by 1/4, I'm going to multiply by its reciprocal, which is 4/1. Simplify and multiply, because there's my multiplication. 2 and 4 could both be divided by 2. And when I do that, I get 1, which is good. I want to simplify down. I already have 1's here. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So 1 times 2 and 1 times 1. I get 2/1, which is 2. What if you don't simplify and multiply and you just had this 1/2 and you took it times 4/1 and you simplify at the end? You would have 1 times 4 is 4, 2 times 1 is 2, and that's improper. Or you would think, oh, I got to take 4 and divide it by 2. Oh yeah, 2 times, I get 4, 0. So my answer is 2. Either way you look at it, 4 divided by 2 here, you can see 2. I like simplifying ahead of time, but with numbers that small, some people could just do it here at the end to get the same answer. Try another example. Uh, 3/5 divided by 4/5. 3/5 divided by 4/5. So you're starting to notice the pattern. The 3/5, the first one kind of stays the same. That's our total. Instead of dividing by 4/5, we're going to multiply by its reciprocal, which is 5/4. It's ready for you on the multiplication side to simplify and multiply. You can circle both of these 5s and divide them both by 5 and make them both 1s, which is good because that's as small as you can go when you're simplifying those down. 3 and 4, nothing goes into those to make them smaller, so you can just circle them. So if I look closely, there's a 3 times a 1 and a 1 times a 4. 3 times 1 is 3, 1 times 4 is 4. My answer is 3/4. I'd like to do one more example over here on the right. I'll give you a chance to try this one. 2/3 divided by 1/6. Go ahead and try this one on your own, and then you can look back at the video to see how to solve this one. Making sure you have it set up right. Instead of dividing by 1/6, make sure you're multiplying by 6/1. And I used the simplify and multiply method, divided them both by 3, and then that gave me a 2 up top and a 1 down below to get 4/1, which is 4 for the answer. So your homework to practice this, and this is the 6th grade standard, there are no calculators allowed on dividing fractions. All the other things I had you check with calculators because I wanted you to practice using the calculators for fractions with adding and multiplying. But when we are dividing fractions, you have to do it paper pencil. There will not be a calculator allowed. So this is a worksheet. The worksheet is like 3.1 is what the worksheet's called. I want you to do numbers 1 through 12 all. You don't have to worry about that. There's like pictures there. You don't have to worry about the pictures. Just do it the math way, the way I showed you. You don't have to draw the pictures. So you can ignore them. I can write, don't do the pictures. Just do it paper pencil. Remember, no calculators, because this is going to be your test on dividing fractions. And if you know how to do this, then you'll pass NS1 on dividing fractions.